putting together some of the best prize pick and underdog slips for Thursday, May 23rd. Guys, welcome into the channel. It's Billy C. We're going to be going through the various different tools that I love to use and putting together some slips so that we can make some cash. Right now, from yesterday's video, we're waiting on really Denny McCarthy is the guy that we're really nervous about. Straka and Min Woo Lee are both under par. It's a par 70. McCarthy right now is at even par with 4 holes left. We need him to get a birdie in the next 4 holes, shoot 1 under. This slip will cash. But we're going to go through some of the different tools that I love to use, put together some slips, explain the why, put some money in your pocket, and let's do it. And guys, by the way, if you like this type of content, please smash the thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe. And if these picks are trash, then let me know in the comments below. Either way, though, I want to hear from you. Now, over here at OddsJam, linked in the description will be a 1-week free trial. Use my code Billy35. It'll save you 35% off your first month after your trial ends. And they have a bunch of different DFS sites up here at the top. If you just click on the state that you live in, or if you live in Canada, what province, or we even expanded to quite a bit of different countries as well. So we are continuously growing and adding. Trust me, these countries in Europe are expanding month after month. So you just come up here, and then with PrizePicks, guys, where I'm located in Arizona, I just have access to PrizePicks and Underdog Fantasy, but Arizona changed their laws. I can now only play 2-man up to 4-man slips. I can no longer play 5- and 6-man slips, which really blows. But what you want to know up here is we're just going to look at really the OddsJam algorithm says, hey, this play for Zach Wheeler on his fantasy score, we're going to want to take the under because books like DraftKings and Caesars have this around 36.5, and we can get this at 39.5, so we want to take his under. So anything that's better than minus 125 odds, you want to put this on your slip. That's why for 5- and 6-pick slips at minus 119, we would want to add all these plays in green. Unfortunately, though, for myself, I can't do that. So if you are running a 5-6-man slip, I'll just let this run for a quick second so that you can get an idea of some different players. Because I can only run up to 4-man slips, I need to have odds that are maybe minus 129 or minus 128.5 for me to have a mathematical edge to put this on my 4-man slip. All right, guys, so over here on Underdog, there are really 2 types of slips that I love to run, and if I'm feeling frisky and a little risky, I'll run the 5-man non-insured, which is at minus 122. But if you're running 5-man slips, you should run the insured version. You're getting better odds at minus 120. I also love to run 3-man non-insured at minus 122. So right here, I can already see for a 3-man slip, I can add Angel Reese and my boy, old Scotty Too Hottie. We're going to throw them on a slip right now. And then if I was running a 5-man insured, we could run Ben Brown as well to have under 3 hits allowed. So let's just go over here. And the reason that we love this, guys, I click back real quick, like Angel Reese on her rebounds. Like if you wanted to bet this over at FanDuel, you can get this at minus 146. You can see all the books, roughly the 4 main books right here have this between minus 135 to minus 140. We're getting this at minus 122 on a 3-man slip. This is value every time, so we want to make sure we add Angel Reese over here on our pick'ems. So we're gonna run a 3-man slip right now. Once I can click into exactly where I need to go, we're gonna run a 3-man slip. And then I'm going to show you over at A-Train Station where we're going to get our final play. So another tool that I love to use is the A-Train Station. They've recently partnered with OddsJam to receive their data. So they have a collab going on right now where anything that flows into OddsJam is also going to flow into A-Train Station. I'll have all these tools, guys, linked in the description if you want to try a 1-week free trial. A-Train Station doesn't offer a free trial, but if you use my promo code BILLYC, you're going to get 10% off your first month's purchase. So right here, we're just going to go up here to Underdog, type this in. And even though this is a Man City, Man U game on Saturday, we're going to add this right now. There's value to be had on Foden under on his shots on target. So we're going to take the under 1.5 right here with him. And then we're just going to put this, guys, right now for $10. And so naturally, guys, when we're talking about these slips, right, I only have to hit on 1 out of 6 slips in order to get my money back. So if we're hitting on anything more than 1 out of every 6 slips, we're making really good money. So I'm not the channel that's going to be able to lock this in. Oh, not now, that's fine. I just have to refresh real quick. I'm not the channel that's going to be knocking out, 3 out of 4 of these slips every single day. That's not going to happen. We're going to go through cold streaks. We're going to go through hot streaks. And so believe me, if you can find a channel out there that's hitting a 3 out of 4 every day, let me know in the comments below, because I want to check out their channel and tail their slips. So here's our first slip right here, and then we're just going to go over now to my third tool that I love to run, because right now A-Train Station and Odds Jam doesn't seem like there's a lot going on, especially because there's only one underdog play here. And if I go on PrizePicks, nothing right now. We're going to go over to Outlier. So over here at Outlier, guys, it's a different approach than Odds Jam and A-Train Station. With Odds Jam and A-Train Station, we're simply looking at what the value, is there any value in the market? The price that we're getting this game at compared to the rest of the sports books. If there's value, we want to add that to our slip. Here at Outlier, we're looking more at the last 5, 10, 20 games and looking at then, okay, can we make some slips? So we're going to add Miles Turner right here. As you can see, 80% in his last 5 games, 90% in his last 10 games, that the under 6 defensive rebounds has hit. So when I go on to Turner, defensive rebounds right here, we're going to put this as less. So then I'll come over here to the MLB and I'll look at, man, Ryan McMahon, his last 10 games, like this is really went well for us. So we're going to add him over here as well and just kind of make a multi-sport slip right here. And we're going to make another one after this as well. Total bases will go on his over. And right, we're kind of saying, you know what, we're looking more at, we're ignoring maybe the odds that we're getting at as a data-driven approach, but we're going more with just maybe trends as well. So if I come over here to NHL for tonight's game, Leon Draisaitl over on his assist. This looks really solid, especially in his last 10 games, 70% in his last 20 games. So we're going to want to take on old Leon on his assists. Let's go, boom, right here. And then for our last pick, when we go over to maybe the WNBA, we can see that Carrington under on her fantasy score looks to be running really solid. Even though the WNBA just started, I know it's early on, but for this, we'll go ahead and take the under 28.5 fantasy points for the WNBA. So you can kind of see here, guys, that really Outlier runs the main, and we'll do this again, we'll run a $10 right here, and then we'll submit the lineup. You can see Outlier kind of runs off of the main sports books. When we come back up here to the top, when we have our options, they have FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN, Bet Caesars, BetMGM, and then really right now just PrizePicks and Underdog. So when I click on and add Underdog to the mix here, we'll click off PrizePicks. We'll come back over here and run a very similar thing, right? I'll look at maybe some of the different, go through the different sports and see maybe what's hitting the most in the last 10 games. We already have McMahon here. Let's go with maybe Justin Turner on his hits, runs, and RBIs. If you want to get deeper into the weeds, guys, and really click into maybe matchup based and what's going on there, you can obviously do that as well. Should have maybe put Turner. Here we go. So he's down here. We're taking his hits, runs, and RBIs. We're going lower. We're going to get a little bit of a bump at 1.05, which is really nice. So when we come back over to Outlier, we could say, you know what, Ozuna over on his hits. He's been absolutely cooking. This is really nice. Now, obviously, the payout might be a little bit different for Marcel compared to, obviously, Justin Turner, because we're going on his hits, which is just 0.75, right? So maybe we're not going to be getting paid out as much. We'll take the over on his hits, and then we'll also go ahead and take a look at maybe the NHL tonight for Underdog. Hyman under on his assist. Wow, this is an insane one here at minus 356. We can also, guys, if you want to change the odds range, if you don't want to go for something that crazy, go to minus 200, right? We can go with Bouchard over on his fantasy score. There's just a lot of different things that you can do. You have a lot of different customization that you can have with this, which I really like. Obviously don't like me typing his name. And so that's one thing that I really like about it, is that we can kind of go and make some different slips. We're going to go with a 5-pick slip here right now. Let's go back to the NBA and see what we have. So we can have Siakam. Also, guys, when you see this, like for Kyrie, like don't be afraid. Like I know this isn't going to be till I believe Friday, this game, but don't be afraid to make this type of slip right here and add him to this, because this value might not be here forever. So let me go ahead. We're going to add Siakam, and then also, just for today's sake, we're not going to add Kyrie because I want to make a slip that is relevant for today so that we can kind of cash on today. So for the double-double, we want to make sure that we're taking lower than that. And then for our final pick, we are going to go with, really like Nembhard right here, over on his 1.5 first quarter points. All right, so there we go. We add Nembhard over on 1.5 first quarter points. Again, we're going to take the flex. We're going to take the insurance here so that we're going to get paid out something. So $10. If we miss one of these, we're going to make $4.70 of profit. And if we hit on all these, we're going to make about $41.30 in total. But we're going to lock this 5-pick slip in. All right, guys, so to recap, we have a 5-pick slip right here on Underdog with Siakam, Bouchard, Ozuna, Nembhard, Turner. We already had that 3-pick slip from earlier also. And then on PrizePicks, I went ahead and put together a Swanson, G-Loft, Canna, all to get strikeouts with Siakam under 5.5 boards. And then right here as well, we have the Turner, McMahon, Draisaitl, and Carrington slip as well. Guys, appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure to subscribe if you like this type of content. And let me know if these picks are awesome or if they are trash. Either way, we're going to be coming back tomorrow, recapping the picks and giving out some more plays from PrizePicks and Underdog. So until then, we'll see you tomorrow.